Hi there, I'm Adrian Atkinson. Thanks for joining us. Between the pages, in honor of our hardworking athletes who are at the World Championships in London, we look at one entity that is preserving Jamaica's sports legacy. Plus, the school bell will soon ring again. Let's get ready for the new academic year. After this short message, the news, and then we'll delve into those features and others. Stay with us.
Get legal advice for free. Yes, free! From the Mobile Justice Unit. The Mobile Justice Unit makes scheduled stops in towns across the country, and the unit is open for stops at community meetings and school expos. Get free consultation on matters to do with land, immigration, divorce, job redundancy or termination, custody and maintenance. The Mobile Justice Unit, providing access to timely justice outcomes. To request a visit, contact the Legal Aid Council, 131 Tower Street, downtown Kingston, or call them at 922-3761.
Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your GIS News for Friday, August 11. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has revealed that a national policy to work is being developed to address the culture of the freeness mentality that permeates the country. The Prime Minister added that he has given a directive to all members of the government to develop a means by which persons can be employed. He said this policy is aimed at transforming Jamaica into one which citizens believe and accept that hard work is the main process to success. The Prime Minister was speaking yesterday to the over 2,300 youth who are a part of the local government ministry's Youth Summer Employment Program. Mr. Holness asserted that too many Jamaicans want to achieve success without work.
There are some of us who believe that we can be involved in crime and violence as a means of stepping up in our life. There are some of us who believe that we can be involved in corruption as a means of stepping up in a life. But what I would want to see as part of the cultural revolution, the cultural transformation in Jamaica, is that every single Jamaican youth believe that by the sweat of our brow, we shall eat bread.
The Youth Summer Employment Program is an initiative under the Housing Opportunity Production and Employment HOPE program, which provides educational and job opportunities for young people aged 18 to 24. Mr. Holness encouraged those persons who will not be in school or working when the program finishes to join the National Service Corps, under which young people will benefit from military, vocational, and life skills training over a one-year period. Meanwhile, more than 4,500 youth have been employed by the Ministry of Local Government and Community Development during the summer period. Speaking yesterday at the ministry's launch of the Youth Summer Employment Program, Portfolio Minister Desmond McKenzie says the youth are employed within various entities of the ministry.
This is an initiative that we are undertaking for the first time. This is an initiative. If we are to repeat it next year, if we are to increase the numbers next year, it means that as the first set of workers, you must make it succeed.
The over 2,300 youths will be employed over a 4-week period. They will be engaged in the auditing of streetlights and street signs, as well as identifying vulnerable persons within communities who may require assistance during periods of natural disasters. The exercise will run from August 14 to September 8. Each participant will be paid $8,000 weekly. Prime Minister Andrew Holness is urging Jamaicans to take a progressive view in attracting foreign investments. Mr. Holness says foreign investment is a critical plank in Jamaica developing first world standards.
We can't do it by shutting off ourselves from the world. We can only do it by integrating ourselves and making ourselves a critical element and node in the world economy. And that is what we are doing. We won't do it to leave any Jamaican behind. We will make sure that the prosperity is shared for all.
Prime Minister Holness's assurance follows public discourse about China's increasing involvement in the island's development activities. In other news, just 3 days after the launch of the 2017 traffic ticket amnesty on August 2, the government has collected nearly $15 million in fees from outstanding tickets. Between August 2 and 4, just over 7,000 persons made payments on outstanding traffic tickets at tax offices island-wide. The traffic ticket amnesty, which ends on October 31, 2017, provides motorists with the option of paying off their outstanding traffic tickets either online using the tax administration of Jamaica's website, jamaicatax.gov.jm, or at any of the island's tax offices, which have been outfitted with additional cashiers and security personnel. During the 91-day traffic ticket amnesty period, motorists have telephone access to a specially established call center at 948-0406 or 948-0411, where agents can provide clarification on all amnesty-related matters, such as the number of tickets a motorist has outstanding and how to retrieve misplaced tickets. The traffic ticket amnesty allows motorists to pay their outstanding tickets without attracting demerit points. However, tickets that are paid during the amnesty will not be removed from the motorist record. Rather, they will remain on the system but reflect a paid status. The amnesty, however, does not apply to ticket-related summons that are currently before the court or are active. And finally, the Caribbean Maritime University, CMU, has received 1 ambulance and 3 fire trucks courtesy of the government of Japan. These will help to provide training for a cadre of volunteer disaster response teams, which have been formed from a partnership forged by the Jamaica Fire Brigade and the St. John's Ambulance Service.
This volunteer program will be integrated into various school programs through the Cadet Corps. Over 400 of them are to be trained and certified in emergency fire and rescue services. These volunteers will be the first voluntarily firefighting emergency and rescue service in Jamaica, as the CMI partners with the Jamaica Fire Service and the St. John's Ambulance Service. They will be trained and certified at IMO standards in first aid and firefighting.
The units handed over on Wednesday were provided under Japan's Grant Assistance for Grassroots and Human Security Project, GGP, through partnership with the Society for the Promotion of Japanese Diplomacy. The vehicles, valued at $9.6 million or US $79,721, are expected to significantly boost the CMU's capacity to respond to emergencies in Port Royal. 1 fire truck and 1 ambulance will be assigned to the CMU location. The second fire truck will be placed at the fire station in Port Royal, and the third will be stationed at the Donald Quarry High School in Harborview, St. Andrew. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.
Stand up and get in the race.
I can become the master of my destiny.
Step up your stride, make we work like a harder. Do it like Veronica, more than a supper.
We can rise above the challenges and shine.
Was with passion in your heart. Make a plan and stop all the idling. You think I saw? We reach our aging. I can, you can. Like our Olympians, every Jamaican can.
As the London World Championships come to a close this weekend, we turn the spotlight on the nation's premier organization that fosters the continued growth of sports on the island. The road to fame for world-class runners, netballers, cricketers and other sportsmen and women was made easier as a result of the work of the Sports Development Foundation. Take a look.
Atkinson, it is Milliotita Atkinson. Here is Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price to win it.
5 meters clear, and away he goes. He continues on his way towards another gold medal. Watch the clock and it's time. 19.2, you've got to be kidding me.
It's Whitmore. He's through and he's scored.
Before all this could happen, he had to do this. And this. The Sports Development Foundation of Jamaica has spent the last 2 decades revolutionizing the sporting industry. It was established as an independent body to contribute to the development of the nation through sport. Sports development is an important part of all societies as it fosters national identity and exposure. Trailblazers such as Herb McKinley, George Bunny Grant, George Roden, Courtney Walsh, and in recent times, Usain Bolt, Shelley and Fraser Price, and Aaliyah Atkinson ensure Jamaica remains in the spotlight. With so much talent among our Jamaican sportsmen and women, developing the sector can only result in massive financial growth for these athletes and the nation. It is for this reason that the Sports Development Foundation, SDF, will continue its drive to build and rehabilitate sports facilities, form policies and programs that will allow for the development of athletes, ensure the continuity of sports programs at the community level, and assist sporting associations to fulfill their mandates by providing financial and administrative support to sport-related development programs.
When the Sports Development Foundation started back in 1995, there were only about 11 or so associations. That has now mushroomed to 40, over 40, we're about 44 right now. And that now includes things like dominoes and darts, ice sports, skating and that sort of a thing.
Funding is made possible through a cess imposed on the domestic gaming industry, which is paid to the Culture, Health, Arts, Sports and Education Chase Fund.
Jamaica, 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 Jamaica.
As far as the eye can see throughout our beautiful land, the SDF has planted sporting facilities that have reshaped communities. Journeying through the parish of Kingston will yield a most striking find, Independence Park, a sports and cultural complex.
It started with a joint venture to fund our video board some 10 years ago. And subsequently we have depended a lot on the SDF to provide capital funding. They have replaced both running tracks, the main track and the stadium east track. They have replaced the filters in the pool, and the filters are over 50 years. They resurfaced the netball courts and they replaced the seating. And we have a number of other projects we hope will come in, the basketball court, we hope that will go on as well. They also are going to do the electrics, the pumps at the swimming pool.
Did you know that the National Stadium Track is an International Association of Athletics Federation's IAAF certified level 1 top class facility?
So this equates with any other track anywhere in the world. So we are with the best.
For us to maintain world-class athletes, you have to have world-class standards. And this is one of the few facilities in Jamaica that we can allow our athletes in all areas to have international competition. So they need these venues. Same thing with swimming, netball. If you don't have these facilities, people can't train. If they can't train, they can't get to world-class standards.
Moving further afield, the SDF remains true to its vision of developing the nation through sport. Residents in Mahogany Hall, Trelawney received technical support for a hard court.
This is the hub of the area in Mahogany Hall. They play their volleyball, their netball, everything is done there, and it has really served well.
From the general community to the school environment, the SDF believes in honing the skills of our athletes from an early age. The organization has rehabilitated sporting facilities at Nakalva Technical High in Hanover and Edwin Allen High in Clarendon.
I came here in 2009, and when I came here, I realized that there was no playing field. Yes, they had an area that the students would play, but it was a health risk. It was very hazardous in that they had a lot of tree trunks and all of that all over, vines, and it was a cow pasture. So there was no playing field here. We have received a playing field. We got it in 2012. The students and the teachers and my neighbors, they are very appreciative in that they never had sports day. They never entered any major sporting activities, so the students can train for champs, and they also participate in the Da Costa Cup and the Under 14 competition. So you will hear about us in champs.
Formerly, we had two courts that were not in good condition, and they came to our rescue. The school has been doing tremendously well, and I can look at basketball. Some years ago, we actually entered the finals nationally, And the boys have asserted themselves because boys are the ones who tend to play basketball here. And they have excelled, and I think the facility has helped them significantly.
The school has also been excelling in track and field.
The school has been doing exceptionally well in the ISA Boys and Girls Championships. And I remember 2012, we took the title, and we took it back in 2014 and 2015.
It is evident that both schools are benefiting from these donations as the students continue to use the facilities for training and as a means to excel in various sporting competitions. The SDF has also collaborated with ministries like the Agriculture Ministry to build sporting facilities. Take, for instance, the Tollgate Sports Complex in Clarendon.
There was a huge turnout from the community, and I think that auspicious beginning ought to augur well. We went in through the Sports Development Foundation and we rehabilitated the field, plant grass, fence it. We rehabilitated the hard court, and also the community center that is there, the changing facility and so on. We also upgraded that. So it's a brand new facility.
And there's been lots more on the SDF's development agenda, from communities to schools to Jamaica House. Then there is the Hockey Federation, which has under its umbrella the Mona Hockey Field, which boasts an AstroTurf. This field is the only facility in Jamaica and one of the few in the Caribbean. And there's more.
The biggest project we're working on right now, everybody would know, is the GC Foster College track. We're reconstructing that track completely. That's a big one. They need a track because, of course, while we have been good from long before the college, the fact is they have taken it and carried it to another level, and so they must have a good facility.
The new track is set to receive Level 2 IAAF certification when completed. Sports will always be integral to the Jamaican culture, and the SDF is committed to preserving the country's sporting heritage. Every member of staff within the organization dedicates time and energy in ensuring that the work gets done. The Sports Development Foundation, building sports in Jamaica through the establishment of well-needed infrastructure and preserving the resources to cultivate the skills of our athletes from the grassroots level and beyond. For more information, call 960-3717 or 926-6733 or email info@sdf.org.jm.
Jamaica, 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 yeah.
Preparing for back to school can be a stressful task if not planned carefully. That's why it's important for you to make a list and deal with each task one at a time. Here are a few tips to consider when shopping for books. Before you buy any book, check with friends, neighbors, and family members for ones you can borrow. You should also check with schools, churches, and community groups that may have a recycle book program or stores that sell second-hand books. After you have done all that, check the prices at various bookstores in order to get the best price. You could also buy books that will be used early in the school year first, if you can't buy all at once. Act now and avoid the last-minute rush.
It's nice to have pretty shoes, bag and utensils for September morning. But it's equally important to ensure you're mentally prepared to learn as well as to protect yourself in the school environment. Here are some safety tips for students and teachers.
CD primary responsibility is to ensure that children, the care and protection of children and children who are at risk. So that's our mandate. We know that some children have to traverse the roads going home, they walk. We ask them to walk in pairs or in groups. We ask them not to play on the road, you know, because they get distracted. For the bigger ones, we ask them not to use their mobile devices on the road because you are not as alert as you should be when you are distracted. As best as possible, accompany the child or have somebody accompany them. If you have a taxi person or a bus that picks them up, make sure you know the persons who are taking the children, you know. Make sure you know the time they should get home. Have some way of being in contact with the drivers during the period to make sure that they are home when they should be home, so that if anything happens, you have a shorter window for action. What we want to say to teachers, know the students, know them, know their habits, know the general deportment and how they present themselves each day. So if there's a change in that, a child who is very talkative, all of a sudden not talking, withdrawing, a child who is crying, of course there are the physical signs, a child with a broken arm, there's a burn mark, and if you use an iron to burn a child, you would see the mark, that kind of thing. So we ask them to be very observant. We ask them, and I know the PTA is very critical, so you get to know your parents, you get to know your teachers, right? So we ask the teachers, as best as possible, get to know the parents, so that if there is a change in behavior, even a slight shift, you can inquire as to what is the situation. Obviously, you could have the grades falling, for example. A child who is in kindergarten starting to wet themselves again. And so if there is an issue, they have to do the regular reporting to the OCR. They can report directly to the CDA as well. We have responsibility for wards of the state. And I really want to appeal to our teachers, our school community. We don't want them to treat the wards of the state as being different from any other child. They talk about being stigmatized, we talk about the children who are on path, people really give you some horror stories about how they are treated. We want to encourage our school community, just treat them as any other child, right? Some of them have some special needs, need probably a little more help, but we are asking that as best as possible look out for the children and our special needs children who are not like others in terms of physical sense probably, or even intellectually. We're asking that special provisions must be made for them within the school community.
Business owners, in your business disaster preparedness plan, determine your essential employees, who remains at the facility during the hurricane. Back up, secure, and relocate vital records to a secure storage area in the building. Secure the physical environment and do all the necessary repairs. Be prepared.
Jamaica is such a nice place to live. The inviting countryside, nutritious foods, engaging spirits of our elders. People all over want a taste of our culture. What they don't want is our crime, and neither should we. It just doesn't fit into our liberty. Let's rid this sweet country of ours of this monster that is crippling the growth of individuals and the nation at large. In your corner, if someone commits a crime, speak up. There must be one trusted person you know who you can tell. You may also call the police from a payphone or private number if you don't want to be identified. Consider downloading the Stay Alert app. Via this platform, you can send a picture, text, or video on acts of crime. This crime monster that is eating away at Jamaica must be controlled, and it starts with us. We, the citizens, must take action to protect our communities, schools, and workplaces. Let's unite to ensure crime does not prevent Jamaica from being the place of choice to live, work, raise families, and do business.
If you still haven't gotten all your child's textbooks or want to help others with theirs, the JIS Book Exchange program remains open. Donate, exchange, or share textbooks that you no longer need, whether they are new or used. For infant, primary, high, or even university students, exchange or share your books. Pass them on to those that need them. Drop them off at GIS's head office on 58A Halfway Tree Road or email pr@gis.gov.jm to make arrangements for drop-off. For further information, contact the Public Relations and Marketing Department at 9291919 or 926359024. Join the mission and be a part of the JIS Book Exchange Initiative.
You've got to start at ABC.
This is where the pages close for today. For more information on the features carried in today's magazine, then log on to our website, jis.gov.jm. You may also visit our social media pages. There you'll find loads of information on all matters of government and public affairs. I'm Adrian Atkinson. Have yourselves a wonderful weekend.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.